We kick off News Flash with March Madness. The NCAA basketball tournament has announced that fans will not be welcome for the tournament. The teams will continue to play their games, and the officials, of course, and the coaches and perhaps some players' families will be allowed to go into the gymnasiums, but that's it. This will be a television event only. This follows the Golden State Warriors NBA basketball team also announcing that they will not allow fans into their games because of the coronavirus fears. And 2 employees at CBS News have tested positive for coronavirus. One of them works at 60 Minutes, which means that venerated journalism show, if that's what it is, will not be on the air with fresh episodes for at least a month. All of this as experts now believe that at least half of the U.S. population over the next several months will be exposed to coronavirus. And Steve, the fears are growing.
David, the bloom may be off the Bloomberg presidential campaign for many of those who worked on it. They were promised their jobs would continue through the presidential election in November, even if Mike Bloomberg dropped out of the race, which he has. But now hundreds of his campaign workers have been laid off with an email that says, "You can keep your iPhone or laptop. Thank you. Have a great day." What was the campaign ad slogan he had? Mike will get it done.
Steve, bad enough that the Bloomberg employees won't get paid. Well, now they're looking at their 401ks taking another nosedive. In fact, on Wall Street, the Dow on this day dropped 1,400 points. The market is down by 20% since the record high last month. 20%, according to investors, is an official bear market. This is the first bear market of the Dow in 11 years. Investors say this will not be the end of it. In fact, the question for all of them is how much more damage will be caused, how much more damage will be done. According to one investor who prominently said today, well, we're not even halfway there yet. And that suggests that more sell-offs are coming and more trillion-dollar losses are on the way. Steve?
David, on any given night here in New York City, 62,000 people sleep in homeless shelters, and that's not even counting the many who live on the streets. We're talking about a lot of children involved in those numbers. Now, a new study reveals 1% of all newborns in New York City, 1%, go directly from the hospital to a homeless shelter. It breaks your heart.
Steve, geologists in upstate New York are increasingly worried about a pattern that they've seen over the last several days. There have been 6 earthquakes in the last 6 days, some of them being felt pretty strongly in cities like Albany and Buffalo and also parts of Quebec across the Canadian border. The scientists say that this is a bit unusual for the particular tectonic plates under this part of North America, and they fear that this may signal that the big earthquake is coming, that this is a sign of the earth trembling and the pressure building up, and we're just hearing the shocks right now. So a lot of people very concerned about what may happen with earthquakes in the Northeast United States.
And finally, David, anybody up for a Broadway show going cheap? $50 a ticket for shows like To Kill a Mockingbird, The Book of Mormon, West Side Story, and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Ticket prices are being slashed because of the coronavirus. This through the end of March. You might call it Contagion, the musical. And that's news in a flash.